All right, let's dive right in. If you're a brand trying to make it in China, you're not just entering a new market. You're stepping into the most advanced digital retail ecosystem on the entire planet. Seriously. The way people shop there has been totally rewired. So today, we're going to deconstruct that journey, piece by piece.
And the first thing you need to do, just forget everything you know about the traditional marketing funnel. You know, that simple straight line from awareness to purchase. Yeah, in China, that model is dead. It's gone. The consumer journey isn't a funnel anymore. It's this incredibly complex, interconnected circuit.
So what's replaced it? Well, it's something we call the shopping circuit. And listen, this is not a one-way street. It's a continuous loop, a cycle where consumers discover something, they consider it, they buy it, and then this is the key part, they influence other people, which feeds right back into the beginning of the cycle for someone else. It's dynamic, it's nonlinear, and it's all happening inside this one single integrated digital world. Pretty wild, right? Okay, so to really get our heads around this, we're going to break it down into 5 key stages. We'll start with what we call the discovery engine, then we'll look at how brands build consumer trust, we'll unpack the transaction decision, learn how they're owning the customer, and finally, we'll get to the influence loop. That's what makes the whole thing spin.
All right, let's jump into stage 1, the discovery engine. This is where the whole mindset just completely flips. See, consumers in China aren't really searching and buying anymore. It's the other way around. The product finds them in a sort of triggered discovery and purchase model.
And the scale here, it is just staggering. We're talking about a social commerce market that's projected to hit $474 billion in 2024. And this isn't just about sticking some ads on social media. No, this is about platforms where content, community, and commerce are so woven together that they actually generate demand, all powered by these incredibly sophisticated algorithms.
So this discovery phase is really dominated by 2 huge players, and they have very different roles. On one side, you've got Douyin, which you probably know as TikTok, and it's a shoppertainment giant. We're talking 700 million daily active users. It's all about short, entertaining videos that are amazing at driving impulse buys for mass market stuff. Then on the other side, you have Xiaohongshu, or Red Note. This is the lifestyle inspirer. It's all community-driven content, very aesthetic, and it's where 200 million monthly users go for inspiration. This is what influences those more considered premium purchases.
So that whole discovery process flows right into stage 2, building consumer trust. Because look, just because someone has discovered your product, the journey is far from over. In fact, you could argue the most critical part is just getting started. This is the rise of what we call the community validator.
And this quote really nails it. It says, Xiaohongshu has emerged as the platform that shapes demand through lifestyle-driven discovery. It acts as a trust engine. That's the key phrase right there. Trust engine. It's not just a place for pretty pictures. It's where consumers go to do their homework, to really research and validate the products they just discovered.
So how exactly does it build that trust? Well, it's all about authenticity. We're talking about a massive, ever-growing library of user-generated content. Think unedited peer reviews, even these slow-haul videos where users give detailed feedback over a long period of time. They scrutinize everything, right down to the ingredient lists. And the data totally backs this up. A huge 62% of consumers are consulting peer reviews before they even think about trying new food and beverage products. Credibility here isn't just important, it's everything. Okay, so once that trust is finally established, we hit stage 3, the transaction decision. And what's so fascinating here is that consumers don't just buy anywhere. They make a really strategic choice based on whatever their immediate priority is. It's a concept we call platform specialization. So for example, if your #1 priority is getting the absolute best price, extreme value, you're going to go to Pinduoduo for its factory direct pricing and group buying. But if you need to be 100% sure a premium product is authentic, you're going to go to Tmall or JD.com for their official brand stores and their super reliable logistics. And hey, what if you just need groceries for dinner, like right now? You turn to Meituan's instant retail for delivery in under 30 minutes. You see, each platform totally owns a different consumer need. But the purchase itself, that is not the end of the journey. Not even close. For smart brands, it's just the beginning of stage 4, owning the customer. And this is where the relationship moves from a public marketplace like Tmall into a brand-controlled ecosystem that they call the private domain.
So what on earth is private domain traffic? Well, you can think of it as brand-owned channels, usually inside the WeChat ecosystem.
We're talking things like VIP groups and mini programs. And the strategic goal here is massive. It lets brands talk directly to their customers, build real long-term loyalty, and at the same time, dramatically reduce how much they have to spend on expensive platform ads. And here's how they actually do it. So a customer buys a product, and they scan a QR code of the packaging. That QR code takes them into the brand's WeChat mini program, which is kind of like a dedicated little app store that lives right inside WeChat. From there, they get an invite to join an exclusive VIP group just for loyal customers. And once they're in that group, they start getting personalized offers, one-on-one service, early access to new products, all the good stuff. And if you want to understand just how powerful this ecosystem is, just look at this number. Over $200 billion in transactions went through WeChat mini programs in 2024 alone. I mean, this is not some niche marketing trick. It's a core pillar of Chinese e-commerce.
And that brings us to the final and maybe the most powerful stage of the whole circuit, Stage 5, the influence loop. This is where everything comes together. The loop closes, and we get to see how today's buyer becomes tomorrow's discovery engine.
This really is the core idea that powers the entire circuit. The end of one customer's journey, it isn't an ending at all. It actually becomes the raw material, the authentic proof for the start of someone else's journey. So here's how it works. Those happy customers, the ones being nurtured in the brand's private domain, they turn into powerful brand advocates. They go right back to platforms like Douyin and Xiaohongshu, and they create their own content. You know, unboxing videos, super detailed reviews, tutorials, and all this authentic user-generated content, it becomes the trusted social seeding for a whole new wave of shoppers. It's basically word of mouth, but scaled up massively, creating this self-perpetuating peer influence loop. Okay, so let's put it all together and trace the complete shopping circuit one more time. It starts with algorithm-driven discovery on platforms like Douyin. That leads to deep, rigorous consideration on Xiaohongshu. Then a strategic purchase is made on a platform like Tmall or Meituan. From there, the brand pulls the buyer into their private WeChat domain for direct engagement. And finally, the magic part, that satisfied buyer shares their experience, creating the influence that starts the entire loop all over again for someone else. So we've just walked through what is, pretty arguably, the world's most sophisticated and futuristic retail model, which leaves us with a really big question. It's not if this shopping circuit will rewire global retail, it's when.